There's a house on Jinmen Island in a village called水头. About 40 years ago, it was home to 7 brothers and sisters and their parents. But all the children left Jinmen and their house to continue their education. One of the girls was 14 when she left. She first went to Taiwan, then to Japan to study, and then to Shanghai to work. About 30 years later, she returned to her home village and her house with all its memories. When she saw the empty, dilapidated house with weeds growing in it, she was very sad. That young woman was me. I decided to renovate the family home. My master's degree thesis was about renovating traditional houses, and I used it to convince my brothers and sisters to help pay for the rebuild. One special thing we did was put my mother's favorite ceramic peach decorations on the roof. Of course, no other house has these. After the house was finished in 2011, I quit my high-salaried job to return to Jinmen and live in it alone. Originally, I had no plan to run a B&B. I just wanted to return to my roots. But it's better for traditional houses to have more people living in them than just one. So I decided to turn my house into a bed and breakfast. This, of course, is easier said than done. The traditional houses in水头village each have their own special characteristics with their own stories. However, very few owners of the houses live in them anymore. Most of the houses that are B&Bs are now managed by outsiders. Thus, in many cases, the stories of the houses are no longer the original stories. I want to keep my childhood home's stories alive. Many of my guests are curious about the name of the house, which translates to 18 beams. My ancestors built 9 homes in水头, amazingly erecting each of the home's 2 most essential beams on the same day at the same time. So, the name of the house is 18 Beams. Different from many traditional Jinmen homes, the first thing you see in the living room is not ancestral tablets, but my older brother's military memorabilia, flags, medals, and photographs. Through these, you can see my family history and feel the close connection between the local lifestyle and the guest house. I really want to give tourists to Jinmen different, varied experiences rather than just going around sightseeing. I have costumes and props available for guests to borrow for cosplay. At first, some people are a bit hesitant to participate, but most of them quickly get caught up in our enthusiasm and jump in. They become stars, not just audience. In 2013, I organized an old-style wedding ceremony for a couple from Taiwan. They rode in an 8-person traditional carriage around the village, accompanied by a live local traditional music band. The next year, my B&B cooperated with 2 local foreigners who had a dinner party activity for both locals and tourists. It was so popular that quite a few people asked when it would happen again. In the future, I'm sure there will be more creative activities for visitors to the 18 Beams guest house in水头.